Everybody, welcome to the show. My name is David Lee. I'm your host, and first of all, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me since 2014. I know we took a little bit of break in 2015. We came back in 2016, and the show has changed, and it's constantly changing. Always new ideas, new people coming to the show. And this time, I want to bring someone that's been on the show before, but actually have a conversation with her. You've seen her before. Check this out. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Made in Vegas. I'm your host, David Lee, and today we have an amazing guest. You've seen her before. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Davis.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Thank you for being on the show. And Michelle, I gotta ask you. Last time we done a pretty good amount of shows together. One being your radio show.
Yep.
I remember your radio show. Tell me what that was like for you.
My radio show, what it was like for me having you on as a guest?
Yeah, and the whole process of bringing me on, because that's a funny story.
Well, that was my very, very first radio show ever. When I finally decided that I wanted to take my broadcasting career seriously, and I bought some radio time, and I said, I gotta have some good guests. So what did I do? I went out to some comedy clubs, and I found this guy on stage. He was pretty funny. I was cracking up. Better yet, known as David Lee, and here you are.
Yeah.
Woo!
See?
There you go.
I know, and for me that was pretty cool because I was new to Vegas.
Yep.
And I didn't really know anybody. All I was doing was aspiring to be a stand-up comedian.
You're at the Bally's Comedy Club. What better yet?
Yeah. And you were actually the first person that approached me to be part of any kind of media.
And which was funny is I was sitting in the crowd writing a Facebook message to you as you were doing your stand-up shtick. And when you got off stage, you had messaged me back. And I said, wow, this is so awesome. And I guess I just booked you right then and there, like as the comedy show was still going on, like, I don't know who this other comedian is. I'm talking to David Lee right here. Woo. So yeah, that was just, I was so thrilled that I was able to just get a hold of a Las Vegas performer that easy. And I was like, wow, okay, I got my first celebrity, you know, and to me, anybody who performs on a Vegas stage, on the Vegas Strip, is a Vegas celebrity. And so when I had the 702 Rocks show, I wanted to really have some good entertainment. And so it was you, it was Tommy Karas, who is another comedian. And so yeah, that was fun.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And now you're doing another radio show.
Yeah, it's actually a live streaming TV show.
Okay, tell me about that.
Well, me and my other half, we have now invented the World Center of Broadcast Media, WCOBM.com. It's a live streaming television network that is worldwide, and we provide airtime to people who want their own television shows. So I also have my own show as well. It's called Geeks Are Sexy. It's every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. You've been a guest on there as well. And so I love to interview entrepreneurs. I love to talk about passionate stories, how people began in business or startup companies, and in social media, how that blends in together with the day and age of technology.
That is so weird. It's like every time we've been on a show together, I've been through a different stage of life.
Absolutely.
Like first you had me on as a comedian, then later I was a filmmaker. Now
don't forget you were with Shakeology and Beachbody.
Yeah, I was Beachbody coach.
It was comedian, and then we also had an event at the go-kart track that was promoting Shakeology, and you had your partner in crime at the same time. And so we were like doing little networking events, finding out what exactly worked in Vegas.
Yeah.
And then I think a couple years passed, you came back on the show and talked about, you know, what you've been doing with the film industry and the Art Institute, or the Film Art Institute.
Yeah.
And just how you graduated and now what you're doing with that, and how you've taken your comedy and you've evolved it into now with filmmaking. And that was the second time you were on the show. And so now the third time now on the show has been with you, now being a part with Michael Haley, Platinum Physique.
Yeah.
From Geek to Chic, as we call it, the segment, talking about your fitness journey, how you placed in your first competition, which is absolutely amazing. And yeah, you've evolved a lot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, high five.
Thank you.
Go Island Boy, go.
This show's about you, okay? So Tell me about, like, I don't know, now that you're in this world of fitness, I mean, you've always been pretty fit.
Yeah.
But now that you're, like, getting more and more serious into it, what's that like for you?
Wow, what is that like for me? It's definitely changed every single day when I wake up. I think how I can be a little bit better or how I can be easier on myself. Be it that if I've had a strenuous workout and I've done my best, if I'm sore, I want to relax and I want to enjoy getting through those hard days of recovery. But for me, it's the results. My arms have never been this big before. I've always had skinny arms, which a lot of people are like, oh, how do you keep your arms so skinny, which are genetics. And I've never been able to get to that next level. And so with Michael's education and training and knowledge, he's actually helped me to boost up my protein intake, to not be afraid of eating the good fats, to approaching the meal planning on a really, really strategic level where I have it leveled down to every 2 to 3 hours I'm eating. I'm not letting myself go hungry. And so that way, in the middle of the night, I'm not waking up with cravings. And so I'm really, really able to bulk myself with the right protein, the right fats, and the right education so that way I'm bulking up in the right frame that I've always wanted.
Yeah. And is it my understanding that you actually found him the same way you found me?
Yep.
Social media.
Well, actually, I was at the Bally's Comedy Club, and I saw you, and you were doing your comedy stick live. So I was like, I love this. He's funny. I want to get him on the show. So I saw you live doing your thing. Whereas Michael, I saw him on Facebook. I was looking at his profile. I looked at his business and all of the different people who are a part of his business. And I also looked at his following. And I saw that he had a really good following. He had been in this industry a long time. And he had several girls, not just 5 or 10, like 20, 30, and 40 girls. He's put 90 people on stage?
Yeah.
So I saw that and I said, this guy's been around, people know him, he obviously knows what he's talking about, and I want someone who is educated who can put me in that right direction. So he did that.
Yeah, and then you started posting about him. I saw that you were a part of this. I had seen or heard about Platinum Physiques a couple of months back, but I was like, all right, cool. My friend's doing videos for them, whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I started this new thing with my TV show where I'm a brand ambassador for some of my sponsors, where I actually go in and with their products and services, I like to promote that on my social media. And so when I gain something and I improve from it, I want everyone else to know about it as well. And so when it came to working out and it came out to me feeling better, being able to breathe easier in my exercises, and most importantly, get over my anxiety, I wanted to kind of show people that and put it in my posts, and that kind of made people notice, oh, wow, look what she's up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even got me in.
I know, which is so exciting because, I mean, when you told me that, I was like, wow, people are watching. At least it's going somewhere. Cool.
Yeah, because, man, I've been through another trainer. I was going through another trainer, but he had some other stuff going on. And luckily, I was in transition looking for something, something more stable. And then there your post was. I was like, oh, cool. Second time I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Let's find him out. And then now I'm a personal trainer.
That's awesome. I just love that. I mean, from one post, now I feel like your life has changed a little bit.
My life has changed because of you.
And evolved even further, which is like incredible. I can't wait to see what else you're going to be doing.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Which means you're going to be competing in April.
That's true. I am.
You're going to have lots of clients. You're going to be training sooner or later.
Sooner.
Maybe me one day. Yeah. Oh,
maybe,
my God.
Maybe. Yeah.
Have to be nice to you.
Wait, this is still about you.
Yes, it's about, yes, me. That's right.
So like, okay, you're doing it because why are you doing it?
I put a post just the other day. I love exercise because it helps my sanity, not my vanity.
Yeah.
I can feel I can feel mentally when I don't work out, it's tougher.
Yeah.
Tougher, everything. My patience, everyone has their highs and lows during the day. But I find that everything is a lot smoother. I sleep better. I'm happier. My appetites are better when I work out. Yeah. And I just find the minute I wake up, if I go on that cardio machine or I get ready for my workout with Michael, I'm looking forward to something. rather than kind of dredging on with my day like, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that. We all have things that we got to do, and it's a day-to-day rat race that we're always trying to overcome. But I think if you can just do that one thing that's going to help you overcome it and not be a magic pill, not be that sports car, or not be that $1 million you got to buy, just do something for yourself. And that's one thing Michael taught me. It's 1 hour out of your day. Do something. Don't work out because you want bigger muscles or you want to be skinnier or this and that. Do it because you're going to feel better mentally. And that's the one thing, I swear to God, when I'm driving to Michael's, when I'm driving to LVAC, and I'm thinking all this stuff like, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to call this person, oh, this is on my mind, oh, this is stressing me out. Yeah. You know what's funny? The minute I walk out of the gym, it all goes away. It is like, what was I stressing out for? What was such a big deal? Yeah. And that's kind of my analogy of the difference when I work out versus when I don't work out. It's kind of like everything is just smooth, even keel when I get through with doing a nice sweat, doing a nice workout, and putting all my ego and all the day's junk aside and saying, okay, this is just for me, this 1 hour right here, right now. Man. Yeah, it's deep.
Oh, totally. In fact, I remember last time you were on the show, you had talked about what was going on in your sister's life. Yeah. How are things now?
Oh my God, thank God she has improved significantly. The immunotherapy is working, and the test came back and shown that her tumors are shrinking, and she's going to be going into remission almost soon. She's going to get a scan in 2 months. I can't even tell you where I would be mentally if I didn't have Michael to help me get through that. Just to get up, get through my day, get through all that exertion of worrying and stressing and all these things that could have happened but didn't. It's like, don't even go there, just stay right here in the moment. And that's the one thing that's the most important. I go off on a tangent, I start being analytical on everything, and before you know it, I'm like, wait, I'm sitting here right now having an interview with David Lee. You know, I don't need to be focusing on all this other stuff. And that's the one thing Michael and Platinum Physiques has taught me. Like, you are right here, right now. You are focusing on this set. You are getting through with your 15. You're going to do it. And then you're going to do something else after that. And so if I just continue learning how to do that regimen every day with all the things I do, I find that I don't go off in la la land and my monkey mind doesn't take over. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So... yeah, working out for me is just a lot easier on my mind, and so it's better on my body and my soul.
Totally.
Yeah.
Now, aside from the emotional, the emotions, and I want to ask you about the physical part. Like, what's the hardest part about your diet? What were your initial struggles in the beginning?
Oh, I'm a sugarholic, by far. Everything sugar, anything with frosting. I'm a putty too. I fall apart and I have no discipline, and so for me it was all sweets. So what I did before I even met Michael was that I would watch my fat intake. I would drink my juices and I'd eat my salads and I'd get all my greens and veggies, right? Yeah. But I would watch my fat intake so I could have my sweets at the end of the night. And that just made no sense. Because I didn't gain any weight. Yeah. But yet the hips and the butt were kind of getting a little bigger, and I couldn't figure out how to manage that because I was working out, I was doing all the correct things, but it was the diet. I wasn't giving myself enough protein so that my muscles could actually hold on and stay there. Yeah. And with all the fasting and dieting and the crazy eating I was doing, my caloric intake just wasn't making enough sense. And so one thing I found was that I have now fallen in love with prepping my meals. I have fallen in love with being in the moment and enjoying what I'm eating. Yeah. And not just being like, okay, I'm eating this and I'm eating this so I don't feel guilty about it. I found that I was really eating fast, so I was just like, okay, this is bad and I'm not supposed to eat this, so I'm going to eat it really fast. Or drinking my juice or my smoothie. Those are all great things, but I think unless you actually take the time to enjoy having a nourished meal that you prepared, that you enjoyed making, instead of being afraid of eating. Yeah. To me, I was like, okay, this isn't getting me nowhere. I need help with this.
And you didn't eat meat before.
I mean, I would eat seafood or sushi, but definitely I would not eat meat every day. And that's the one thing people were telling me, like, don't be afraid to have burger or don't be afraid to have a steak. And I'd be like, oh, I couldn't eat that. I'll have a stomach ache and I'll be sick the next day. And I had all these pre-notions that it just wasn't my thing.
Yeah.
When in fact it was like, after a strenuous workout and I'm adrenally fatigued and I needed to get that nourishment back in me, are we good on time?
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, I need the meat. And that's when I found out that, gosh, I love turkey, I love chicken, I love being creative with the things that I can eat. And so, yeah, I'm not afraid anymore. But I did make a change, is not eating the sugars, finding out that those are the things that keep me down and make me feel guilty. And that by doing those, it's going to make it harder for me to get the way that I want to feel rather than just what I want to taste at that certain point, you know?
Gotcha.
And it's good to have rewards, of course, to have little treats here and there, and not feel bad about it, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you're competing soon for Michael. So.
Yeah. What are some of the okay, so you're competing?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm figuring out which competition I'm going to do. And so in April, if I don't do that one, then I'm going to do the one in June in Reno.
You haven't decided?
Well, no, I haven't. I'm kind of indecisive at this point. I'm kind of letting Michael just take me to which one I want to, which one would be easier for me because it's my first competition.
Yeah.
I'm a perfectionist. I don't want to be too hard on myself. And the Cutler competition in April is going to have a lot of contestants, and it's going to be a madhouse from what I've heard. Yeah. And so the one in June has got fewer people, fewer contestants. It's a lot more relaxed, easier going, smaller of a show. I think to me, I would love that only for the experience of having my first show be something that I want to have quality-wise, not quantity-wise. I'm not in it to be like, I'm going to win, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. I'm doing this is my life experience. I live once. I'm going to have fun with this. Yeah. I'm going to go out with the best shot that I can. And to me, I want to do something that I'm going to, be an enjoyable experience.
So is it a one-time thing for you?
No, I think I'm going to continue.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just want my first one. I want to get first place big time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Once I get past the first show, I'm sure it's going to be an addiction. Yeah.
So I've been told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to yours in April?
I am.
Yeah.
I am. You know, the first show, like before the first show happened, I was like, I just want to do one.
Yeah.
I just want to do one.
Just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then once you get on stage and you
Yeah.
pump your muscles up and you look at all the other guys and you're like, oh, they got nothing compared on me.
Well, I don't know. It was like, for me, it was like, it was such a stressful week, peak week. It was like the worst week of all of it.
You wanted pizza so bad.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
And then finally at the end, when everything was done, I was like, man, all that was emotionally exhausting, physically exhausting.
Now tell me, afterwards the show, did you kind of seem like, what did I stress out so much about?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it makes it easier on me to be like, don't worry so much. Just have fun strutting your bikini and do your thing. Oh. That's how I like to look at it,
Yeah.
But when I get in the gym and I get pumped up, I'm like, yeah, I can do more reps. I can do this. And that's Michael. He does that, He's like, come on. So I get pumped up to thinking I can do more. And sometimes I just need to enjoy it.
Well, so you mentioned you had some kind of worries. You have any worries?
Worries?
Yeah.
Yeah, the diet. I mean, when you have your competition, it's 9 weeks in. You have to be very serious on your diet.
Yeah.
And making sure I'm drinking enough water, and not being so hard on myself. Not analyzing it. Just go with the flow.
Yeah.
And I want to look at it like, if I'm nervous and I'm scared, that's exciting. That's excitement that I'm looking forward to. I've kind of had to play a game with my mind mentally, that when I'm scared or nervous or I have anxiety, I said, okay, we're going to play a game. We're excited for this instead of we're scared. Yeah. So that way we'll look forward to it, and it'll just be an adventure. So that's kind of what I'm looking at it for. I'm not nervous, I'm not scared, and I'm not I just want to get it over with. No, I want to enjoy it. I want to look forward to it, and I want to say this is a life changer. This is something that I've always wanted, and I'm going to continue and see how far I can go. And if I stop, I'm happy with that too.
Yeah.
Like, not be so hard on myself.
Yeah.
You know?
So, with all that and your radio show,
TV show.
TV
I know, I have to keep correcting
TV
it.
show. What's a TVO?
TV,
Your television show. What are any big plans?
The television show. Well, it's awesome. I have so many sponsors. I'd love to thank, but I don't have enough time right now. And the viewership is going up. We have a new updated website that's beautiful and clean, and we're now building ultimate live streaming studios for people. So if they're interested in either having a network or their own television show or buying airtime for commercials, we're kind of offering that. So, you know, as a general manager and a TV host, I kind of have to blend the two together.
Yeah.
So it's fun to just kind of allow people to come on my show, but then tell them they can have their own show and open their creative mind to imagine what else is possible. And that's what I love to do on Geeks Are Sexy. Like, I love to open people's minds and bring out the best of what people offer with their life stories to kind of teach something. And when we go about that life lesson, it kind of brings out a new opportunity that people can think about, maybe I can do something like that, or maybe I can do it differently that way. And that's why Geeks Are Sexy, you know? Yeah. It's really, I love how just the creative mind is something that never stops, and it's one of the best things to ever have versus to have talent.
Yeah.
You can use that in any outlet, in any way, shape, or form in life. And so that's what I just love about my TV show. It's just so much fun.
All right.
Yeah. I talk a lot, don't I? I never stop.
Tell them, or that camera, tell those people, tell them that, what do I want you to tell them? Tell them things. Tell them how they can find you and watch your show.
Oh, absolutely. So please feel free to find me on Facebook at Michelle Roxy Davis. My TV show is Geeks Are Sexy, the letter R, like toys are, never mind. And you can also find me on Instagram, 702 Rocks. I'm also at The Social Media MD. And on Twitter is Foxy_Roxy_show or Geeks Are Sexy #2. And you can also find me at thesocialmediamd.com. If you have any social media questions, I'm here to help.
Thanks, everyone. That's the show. Aloha.